Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of When the World Was Black and White. On today's episode we're going to talk about the 1958 horror film entitled Screaming Skull. In this film we are introduced to Eric and Jenny, who have just recently been married. Eric's previous wife Marion passed away when she hit her head on a pond and died. They move into the same estate where this happened. And soon after they move in, Jenny begins to hear screams in the middle of the night. She begins to hear banging doors. And soon she sees this mysterious disembodied skull that is coming after her. Jenny is a very wealthy woman who has had issues in the past mentally. So the question is, are these mental issues coming into play here? Is Marion's ghost coming after her and wanting her to leave the estate? Or is there more sinister issues at play here that Jenny does not know about? Screaming Skull was directed by first-time director Alex Nichol, who used to be a stage actor. While he was a stage actor, he would meticulously watch the directors of the plays, and he figured that he would be able to take his talent that he'd learned from this and direct his own first feature film. So getting together a very small budget, a small crew, and some actors, he decided to take a stab at making a film. He did use some devious methods while doing this, telling some of the actors in the film that he was remaking Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca. Screaming Skull is not a very highly regarded film by any means. It has been panned time and time again by critics, and it was even on an episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000. This was a first time watch for me. I blind bought this while I was at Fry's. It was $2.99, and honestly the only other person I can think of that I have heard talk about this film is Headbanger over at Horror's Ball. So I decided to pick it up. You know, I'm really into black and white horror films, so I figured I'd give this a shot, especially for that price. And I enjoyed the film. Is it a classic? No. Is it a film I'm going to watch a lot? Probably not. But it was still an enjoyable, low-budget horror film from 1958. And it does have some creepy atmosphere, especially the second night that Jenny is alone. Just some of the screams that she hears, some of the shots that they have of the hallways, where they got these long panning shots, and it's the camera slowly moving down the hallways. I like that stuff. I like the music in the film. I like the disclaimer at the beginning of the film where they say, you know, if you die, the producers of this film will pay for your burial and all this stuff, and the coffin closes and it says, you know, your name or something like that. But just a real throwback to like William Castle type things. But yeah, this was an enjoyable film to me, guys. I really liked it a lot. You can tell it definitely had a low budget. You know, it can be uneven paced at times, but I like the twist ending, and then I like what happens after the twist ending when well, not going to spoil it for you guys in case you guys want to check it out. But I really like this release. Really amazing artwork. You know, Alpha Video puts out a lot of titles like this that a lot of other companies just don't, you know, pay attention to at all. You know, and the thing with this film is in the film it says there is a copyright on this, but this film actually was never applied. They never applied for a copyright on this film, so this film has never had a copyright whatsoever. So there's this release, there is a Mill Creek Entertainment release, and a couple of others. But I mean, you can probably find it on multi-packs and everything, because like I said, it's never had a real copyright at all. So Screaming Skull, you know, hardcore horror fans that like black and white films, I would recommend it to. Go into it open-minded. You know, if you're on a Sunday afternoon, you're just bored, want to watch a black and white horror film, it's going to entertain you for what, 68 minutes, I would recommend this for sure. Just don't expect anything that's going to blow you away. You know, just go into it and have a fun time, and you guys might enjoy this like I did. So guys, that is Screaming Skull. This was the latest episode of When the World Was Black and White. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great night.